In this topic, that is, we are going to discuss about the topic of functions. In this chapters, we are going to discuss about understanding the functions and how to define the function and how the flow of function how the flow of execution in the function call, about the flow of execution, then passing parameters and returning the value from the function, and then scope of the variable. We are going to discuss about this. Okay, function means a set of statements that solves a particular task is called function. Okay, function means it will do a certain task for you. For example, here I have written some program without using function concept. Here we are going to find out whether the given number is positive number or negative number. So see this this code alone. If I am going to get some number as an input from the user, and I am checking here whether the number is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0 means it's neither positive nor negative. I should print it. Okay, else if I am checking whether the number is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0 means I have to print positive. Else it is a negative number. So first I got an input from the user and I have checked whether the number is positive or not. Once again I am going to get the input from the user. Once again I am going to check. Okay, here we are writing the same piece of code again and again. This is not a good practice, because you are writing the same set of code to find out whether the given number is positive or again and again. So this will occupy more memory space and it will consume the your timing also. So let rewrite this function, rewrite this with function concept. See here they are getting the input and they have this set of code. Actually the code is saved under one name, that is called check. Okay, whenever I want to check whether the given number is positive or negative, to find out that I am just calling the function name, okay, with that particular value, okay, so that it will be executed. Here also I am getting the second input and I am going to call the function. So what is that? Here we have written the code to check the whether the given number is positive or not. Okay, one time only. So we are calling repeatedly whenever we want to check the whether the number is a positive or negative. Okay, we are reusing the code. So if you write function, reusability of your code is more. So it will as well as it improve the memory space. Okay, so instead of writing the code again and again, we can put the same set of code in under one function name, and we can call it as many times we want, so that we are saving the memory space, and it is very easy to understand the program. And these are the advantages of functions. Okay, that is we are dividing the large program. When you are going for the complex projects, the projects is divided into so many modules, and each module is assigned to one person. So the task will be very easy and is very easy to debug also. This is the best example why we are going for the functions. A function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. You can pass data, that is known as parameters, into a function. A function as well as a function can return data as a result. First we are going to create a function. Okay, in Python a function is defined using the def keyword. Okay, def means definition. We are defining the function. That is, we are defining the function means we are saying that what the function is going to do, what task it going to do. Okay, how to define def. Okay, first if you want to define function, you have to make use of the def keyword. Okay, def means definition. Okay, you are going to give a definitions. Okay, what the function is going to do, and then function name. Here the function name is my underscore function, followed by the parenthesis and colon. It is the header. Okay, this statement is called header. Okay, header means, so header means this function header of the, once the interpreter identify this function header, it recognize okay, function body is there, function body is available under the functions. Understand? Then we are going to call a function. How we can call a function? To call a function, you use the function name followed by the parenthesis. For example, here I have defined the function. The function task is just print hello on the terminal. Hello from your function, which will print this string on the terminal. I am going to call this function. Okay, with the function name followed by the parenthesis. Okay, first we will try that one. This is the program. Okay, I have written. So def is a keyword and followed by that function name. Okay, then parenthesis, then colon, which is called function header. Okay, under that I am going to okay, it contain multiple statements which is going to perform some task for us, and I'm going to invoke this function. Invoke or call the function through function name. Then only it will print this message on the terminal. Just run this code. Output is shown here. It will print the message which is shown here. Understand? We have seen that how to define the function first. Now we are going to see how we can pass the arguments or value to inside the function. So arguments, information can be passed or value can be passed into the function as arguments. So arguments are specified after the function name. Here argument is email. Okay, this is the here in the function call, this is called argument. Okay, we are passing the literal value. Literal means some value we are passing. Okay, this value passed to this f name variable. Okay, so after the function name, within the inside the parenthesis, we are specifying the value to the function, value to be passed to the function. So you can add as many arguments you want, but each argument is separated by comma. Okay, here example, function with one argument. The function having only one arguments. Argument means just we are passing the value to the function. Okay, we are having, that is variable. So we are passing one argument. When the function is called, okay, we pass along the first name which is used inside the function to print the full name. For example, here I am calling the my function. First I am calling the function with the argument of email. So it will go, this value stored in the first name and it will be printed email references. Okay, then once again I am calling, it will be first name f name contain the value of Tofias. Okay, then once again I am calling the function, it will print Linus references. Okay, so run this code, we will get the, after running this code, we will get input like this, because it will first I am calling with the email, so that the first f name variable will receive the email and it will print. It's a string. Okay, it's a concatenation operator. I'm just changing this with another name. Suppose I'm changing this Lada and I'm running this code, so that the name will be changed here. See that? So it will be changed. Lada, that's Lada, it's a value passed into the f name. Understand? So in this way we are passing the parameters, or we can call it as argument to the function. So we are calling now this function. Who is calling? That is called caller. Okay, caller. Okay, who has attended? That is called callee. So caller function, invoking function call is called. This is the function call. I am calling. Calling function is called caller, and then the definition of the function is called callee. Function call and function definition is called callee. Okay, understand? So what is the difference between the parameter and argument? First, you must know that parameter means is a variable listed inside the parenthesis in the function definition. For example, it is the function definition. Okay, inside the function definition, I am that is these variable are called parameters. Okay, whatever variables you are using in the function definition, this is called parameter, and whatever variable or literal we are using in the function call, it is called argument. Okay, it is a we are calling the function so that the code which is available in this function definitions which will be executed and the result will be written to the caller. Okay, for example, I'm making phone call to do a certain task. So the after making a call, the person will do certain task. In turn, he will send the result to me in any of the form. Okay, likewise the function also doing some function for us, and in turn it will return. Okay, so an argument is the value that is sent to the function when it is called. So these this is literal or variable called arguments. These variable which is available in the function definitions are called parameters. Okay, then number of arguments. Okay, by default a function must be called with the correct number of arguments. If your function is expecting, say, see here, our function is expecting two parameters. One is we need to pass first name and we need to pass the last name also. So you have to call the function with the two arguments, not more or not less. So here I am calling that function C. So here I am calling this functions with two arguments. First argument will go in and store in the f name, will reference the f name references the email, will store this email, and l name references the this references. Okay, so what is the output? It will print first name followed by some space and it will print the last name. Okay, suppose I am passing only one variable. Okay, but it expects two variable. Here I am passing only one argument. Then what will happen? Run the program and see the output. It will throw the error message for you because missing one required positional argument we need. That is what is we need? We need that is L name. We didn't pass any value to the L name. Understand? Then we are going to see about the arbitrary argument. Star arguments. In short, short of the arguments is star arg. So if you don't know how many arguments that you are going to pass into the function in prayer, okay, then that time you can pass multi number of arguments, but for that you have to give add a, that is add a star before the here, add star before the parameter name. Okay, so in the function definitions, so that the functions will receive this function definitions will receive the tuple of arguments. Okay, tuple means it's a immutable. Okay, so tuple of arguments, and we can access the items accordingly. See here, I am passing, I don't know how many parameters I am going to pass, so I have put the star before the parameter name, and I am here in the function call, I am passing 3 parameters. I am passing 3 parameters. Just imagine without, I am actually, okay, I am cutting this one. So what will happen? Just I am defining the function, I am running the program. What will happen? There is no output will be shown. Since if you call, there is no output has been shown. Since if you call the function only, the statement which is available inside the functions will be executed. Otherwise, these statements won't be, that is the print statements won't be executed. If you want to execute the print statement, you should call the function with the function name. So here I am pasting that one. I am calling. So I am calling the function with the function name. What is the function name? My function. And I am calling the function with, okay, any number of parameters. Here I am adding that parameter, one more parameter. So what will here, when you are giving more number of parameters, it will be considered as a tuple. Okay, so it will be printed. The youngest child is kids of how many? 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here I am modifying that 3. So I'm running this program.